Don't mind me, I'm just the professor. I mean, I walked to the front of the class, and I mean, the thing is you know, Alex here was plugging his ears, waiting for a big loud yell, but by this point in the semester, I can yell, and it doesn't stop conversation. So, hello, are we on? I thought so. For how long? Thankfully, I haven't embarrassed myself too badly in the last little while. See, that is there are dangers with having a camera, and there's benefits to you, and I hope you shush. I don't even know what she said. Just by judging by his reaction, I would say shush.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And so, welcome. Hello.
Hello.
At the my normal operating procedure, as it always has been, it was even that my normal operating procedure in the days before Blackboard, that I will return the exams at the end of class. So give you about 10 minutes at the end of class to check them out, see your score if you have not done so already, and then to also, you know, kind of see what you missed. And then if you have questions about the exam, I would encourage you to come visit me, because I think that's a more appropriate, constructive way to manage that process than spending the next hour and 15 minutes talking about the exam, really. And so, anyway, so that's what I'm going to encourage you to do. Although I was a little disappointed, no perfect scores. High score was -1, and there was no curve, because more often than not, more than half the semesters I teach this class, somebody does get a perfect score on the first test. So, and last semester there were 3 perfect scores. And so, no, I did not say anything. I just, did I? I think it was a little bit snow day induced. I think there was a snow day effect on this particular exam, and so I'm hoping that I'm hoping, because I mean, I didn't get the impression it was kind of your all's best effort, as it were, and so so I would encourage, you know, so I'm hoping that test 2 and test 3, you know, we have fewer snow days, and therefore you all do better. It's kind of my hope. So today, what are we going to talk about? Job order costing, and where are your cards? I am not a fan of the other class taking up more than their fair share of the time. I am just saying. Because I am feeling... Nick, what are we talking about today? I think you already provided the answer. You were one of job order costing. So, let me get my notes out. Does everybody, if you don't have a copy of the case, come see me after class and I can get that to you, because I distributed those a little while ago, a couple class periods ago. Job order costing, what page in the handy handbook? Page 135. So let's look at page 135, the cost managerial accounting problem. Is that what you're looking at? Yeah. It is once he gets there. And so we are going to spend the overwhelming majority of our time between now and the next test answering just one question. Just one question. Do you remember what the question might be? Tony? How much does it cost? Outstanding. How much does it cost? You can write this down. It's okay. Use your writing utensil. How much does it cost? We are going to answer that question. We're going to learn 3 different ways to answer that question. Count them: 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ich, ni, son. 1, 2, 3. Un, deux, trois. How would you say 1, 2, 3 in your native language?
Isa, dalawa, tatlo.
Say again.
Isa,
Dalawa.
tatlo.
Tetlo. And that language is?
Tagalog.
Tagalog, from the Philippines, Tagalog. And so some languages, it's kind of funny when they've got like a 4-syllable word for one. And so you had a 4-syllable word for 2. I think it was 4 syllables. And so I should know, I mean, I've heard it enough. Anybody else, and we got any other languages in here besides those that have already been communicated? 1, 2, 3. I don't believe I said that one. 1, 2, 3 is also one that I know that so 1, 2, 3. So anyway, so there are how many ways to answer the question, how much does it cost? 3. Okay. The first one is the one we're going to start learning about today, and that is job order costing. Okay. Does it seem like it's a useful piece of information to know how much it costs, Nathan? Yes. What would you use it for, Tony? The cost of, I always have, I like to talk about cinch shirts for whatever reason, and I happen to be wearing one today. Is it useful information to cinch to know how much it costs to make this shirt? What's it useful for? I mean, Nathan's already established that it's useful, didn't you? Nathan's already established that it is useful information. So now we're asking, so what's it useful for? To see if you make a profit. How do you calculate profit on a per unit basis, Mr. Waller, who should feel kind of sated now that he's had a little snack?
Absolutely. Calculate profit on a per unit basis?
Yes, sir.
Take the selling price per unit minus the total cost per unit?
Yes. Selling price per unit minus cost per unit, total cost per unit. It would give us profit on a per unit basis. Exactly right. Which is even better because that's not something, that specific formula that he just gave us, we've never talked about before. So revenue minus cost in a total basis, revenue minus cost equals profit. And then that number, cost per unit. So we'll go back to the cost number. That cost per unit, cost per shirt, name a financial statement, Tyler, that cost will influence. The balance sheet. Which shirts will appear on the balance sheet? The cost of which shirts will appear on the balance sheet? Will all shirts produced appear on the balance sheet? The cost of all shirts produced appear on the balance sheet? Correct answer, no. So TJ, can you help him? The cost of which shirts will appear on the balance sheet? The ones that are in inventory, that's correct, and which are also the ones that are unsold, right? So it's kind of, why are they in inventory? Because they haven't been sold yet, okay? So they're shirts that have been made but not sold, those costs. The cost of those units will be in inventory on the balance sheet. Denise, what's another financial statement, which will be the income statement? So Adam's not here. Sadie, the cost of which shirts will appear on the income statement? Yes. The ones that you sold, yes, absolutely. The ones that you sold are, oh, I saw that. This is awfully early in class to be yawning.
It's not, I just,
It's
I was going to say, but I realized how that sounded.
And so, the cost of the shirts sold will appear on the income statement. Laura, can you think of another financial statement that will be influenced by the cost of these shirts?